Happy Friday, y'all. I don't know. Here we are. Got off work, hanging out. Got a pretty chill weekend. I'm going to get some stuff done today. And I don't know what I'm going to get done. But we're going to do it. Set up myself. Please allow myself to introduce myself. What's up, Bob? How are you doing today, bud? Good to see you. What you got going on for the weekend? Any fun plans? What pyrite you carrying today? Or wait, what Sodbuster Junior are you carrying today? Got some good, you got a great selection of both. I'll tell you that much. Marco, what's happening? Things are good. Disc golf? Oh, you disc golf too, bro. Let's go. Disc golf. Do you collect the buzzes? I do the Halloween buzzes. This was the new Halloween buzz this year. Art the Clown from the Terrifier series. I have most of them. I still have a couple I want to get. Donnie was up. Still working for a bit. What's Donnie working on? Carrying a pyrite and a sodbuster. and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. You found some stuff that you like that worked good for you. The fact that you can open those sodbusters with one hand, bro, this guy, I tell you what, I don't really have, I have this classic sodbuster, but call me weak hands or whatever, but there's no way. Bob just goes like this, just opens it up. Just, I can't even do it too. Boom. Basic Delron. Got the Star Wars Death Star collab buzz. That's cool. I have a bunch of buzzes. Buzzes are good. My hands are too big. Is that why it is? Are they too big? You got to have the small ones. It makes it easier to... I guess I hadn't thought about that. Here's a sub. Not sure why. Well, thank you. Let's give you a reason to why. Do you like weird sharp things? Like this maybe? I mean, not everybody likes this. Not everybody wants this, but it's fun. Don't breathe in the applesauce. That's a good piece of advice. Doing some black anno, right? Meow. Donnie's doing some black anno. That is cool stuff. A little jealous. I should probably do some anno this weekend. Not that much, just scrolling through. Right on. Well, it's Friday. Got off of work. Hanging out. Not sure what I'm going to get into. I just got this yesterday. This is about one of the more ridiculous knives in the collection now. I mean, I've reviewed one before. What's up, Henry? What's up, Joe? Good to see you guys. And this is the Cold Steel Luzon large. It's more large than large. What's up, Dong? Okay, hold on a second here. Chat filter. All messages. You got to change them chat filters. I did it on that one already. My man, Grateful. Boosh. Tell me this isn't just ridiculous. OMG, are you Jesus? Likely not. I tell ya. What's up, John Week? I mean, almost is insulting, almost, but I laughed, so I guess we'll allow it. What's everyone getting into today? What's up, Robin? Hollow be thy grind. Oof. This is just ridiculously wrong. I mean, it's not in my country. You're in Serbia. Right on. Well, greetings from Minnesota to Serbia. Have a good night. Sleep well. It's always cool to see some people on the other end of the world. For sure. Hope you have a great weekend. You look like my cousin's father. Maybe. Maybe. Greetings from the Netherlands. Ooh, we're getting some stuff from some folks from all over. Greetings from Minnesota. How's the weather in the Netherlands? What time is it in the Netherlands right now? Like 10, 11 p.m., something like that? Donnie deboned some chicken thighs that are now marinating, then double frying them tonight. Donnie's always cooking good food, making beautiful knives, and then cooking great food. 11 p.m. Right? 4 o'clock here. Just got off of work a little bit ago. It's freezing right now. It's starting to get cold here in Minnesota. We had frost on the windows. I had to defrost this morning before I left for work. It did snow like a couple weeks ago, but it didn't stick. Generally, we won't get much snow for hopefully another few weeks. Snail Trail Dale, what's going on, dude? What is up? Got my Sweet Dale ring. Micarta. Fantastic stuff. I've worn it a couple of times so far. He does a great job. If anyone's looking for a Micarta ring, Dale's Snail Trail. That's fun stuff. That's fun stuff. I got an update. Anybody else order the Sparrow? There was an update on Instagram saying that they are on schedule and should be on time. And then they said, it's 6 months is what they said. They're like, we go on a 6 month schedule, and that's what's going to take. So 6 months. Well, 6 months is December 13th. And he said he should have them all by December 13th. And then, yes, I did, Robin. And then he has to pack them and prep them all, and he's going to ship them all at the same time. My rings come with STDs. Yes, I did, Robin, though. Did you? I got the titanium lefty version. And I am excited to get it. What's up, B. Shady Grayson? How are we doing today? What's everyone getting into this weekend? I have a knife out for delivery right now. Not sure if it's going to make it in time. Didn't order one, but a slotted one for a previous drop. Oh, you have a slotted one from a older drop. Right on. I'm excited to get it. Very cool knife. Saw them in Atlanta. Didn't handle a lefty version, but I ordered a lefty version. Good thing I'm lefty, I guess. Grayson's going hunting Saturday morning. I left work today. I'm in the city, in Minneapolis area, but we've seen deer out in the parking lot area a few times. There's kind of a field and some woods kind of right by work. But I walked out to go get in my car and saw 3 doe. And then along comes this little buck with just a couple little small little horns and another one right next to him. And then they kind of turned, kind of did this a few times, and then looked at me, but then they were kind of looking behind him in the woods, and I'm like, what's going on? And then the one started walking, and then he started speeding up, and then that's when I saw the like 8-point buck in the city. It just kind of sneak on through. It was like, whoa, he comes up, looks at the one, and they all ran off, and then he just kind of walked off. It was rad. What's the black knife second one in? 1, 2. This is the Cold Steel Ring Lock Kudu. ratchets, and then it has a ring pull. Right? So this is the cold steel kudu. I actually picked up the regular kudu for like $8. Here's the kudu light. So the kudu light is a slip joint from Cold Steel, 8CR15, standard half stop slip joint. And then the standard kudu has the ring lock, the ratchets. These are like $14. Same thing, 8CR14 MOV. Actually pretty sharp out of the box. Weird kind of a pin pull, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Yes. So I had to pick that up after getting the standard kudu light. I was like, I wonder what the regular kudu is. And what's funny is the kudu light is an 1/8 of an inch longer than the kudu and 0.2 heavier than the kudu. So the kudu light, bigger and heavier. And that's what I said too, sextuple stop. Oops, no, not this one. Jesus Christ. Be careful, kids. That ratchet part is fun. So I've been looking at some silly cold steels, picked one of these up because it's ridiculous. The Luzon large, 13.5 inch open, like ridiculous. Look at this, two-handed sword pocket knife. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then Fred the Lug sent me this recently. This is the Tenable Calibri Tech. Is that right? Calibri Tech. I want to do a die to this one. Not sure how well the slots are going to do, though. The die might wick up into it. But this is like a folding kitchen knife almost. Pretty fun stuff. My favorite as of recent, though, has definitely been this right here. Still laser engraving. I put the mustache on my Tri-Stash. So this is the Tri-State Tri-Stash V2 154 CM and Altum. He has the Tri-Stash, get my face out of here, logo on the pivot. So I copied that and laser marked it underneath the Altum. A switchblade that long is illegal to carry in the Philippines, but you can show off your 27-inch machete. Isn't that something? You like the mod? Yeah, mustache. It was silly, and I like the mustache logo. I love the Altum. And then because I'm a lefty, I put the clip on the show side with the holes. So the other side with the lock basically had that space. I'm like, yep. Yep. You know it. But anyway, numb knives, cornerstone, pinch lock. Oh my God. 13-inch switchblade. Isn't it weird how some things are not legal to have, some things are? There are places where you can't have this. Right? But you can have this. It doesn't make sense. Knife laws, because this can be in my pocket here, right? I can just take this out of my pocket and open it just as fast. All right. Give me a second here. Clocking in. Got to do some work here. But it is something. I can walk around with a sword or a machete, but you can't walk around with an auto. It's strange. I do have a few autos though. They're fun. Boom. What is a knife that opens really weird? Okay. Okay. What do I have as far as a weird? Okay, I got a couple. This one, definitely weird. This one's just kind of fun. And then my favorite weird one. This one right here. This one's my favorite. Okay. This one's weird because it's like a fixed blade, but you can hit that lock and open it up, and now it is a short-handled, extremely long blade folder. Not the strangest opening, but it's kind of a weird one. This is a very weird opening. I wouldn't hand this to someone without letting them know what's up, because they may or may not cut themselves on it. So that's a weird one. So basically you hold on the side, you twist, the blade pushes through and up and then locks into position. Batman knife? Which one's the Batman knife? This?
Extra MIA subscribed to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing, Extra MIA. So yeah, there's another weird knife. Not a high quality one, but it's a very interesting opening, so I had to have it in the collection. This is my favorite weird open. It's kind of like a butterfly knife, or a balisong, but it's different because the handle drops out, the blade swings up, then the handle closes like that. So if you do it fast, so this is the cold steel triple action. So it literally drops down and pivots there, and then the blade swings in and then shut. So instead of like the butterfly balisongs would be all from the same, they all are from the same pivot point. But this one is definitely all from, or one from the bottom, one from the top. Definitely kind of fun though. Kind of like an out the side gravity knife in a way, yeah. It's your gravity knife like this. Ah. Similar. I have another gravity knife that, where is it? Oh no. Where is that one? We always play this game. Get yourself 400 or so knives, lay them out everywhere, rearrange them, and then try to remember where you put one. Kind of like a gravity knife though. In a way. It's like the out the side gravity knife versus, it's kind of the similar as like this. It's like you've got your OTF and then you're out the side. The Riot Exo series are super fun. I've handled a few, checked them out. They're cool. Don't have any in the collection. Doesn't mean I don't want one. I like some weird stuff though. Here's the folding kukri from, which this is Boker, right? Yeah, the Boker Magnum series. Does have a front flipper, but the blade is so sharp you can basically just shake it out. What's up, Herne? What are you getting into this weekend? Somebody said karambit. Are we talking karambit like zombie hunter karambit like this? Or more classic, this one here. This one's about as legit as it needs to be. Got a full tang, fully sharp both sides, major serrate on the back. I don't really carry these, but I have a couple in the collection. What's up, Kodiak Edge? Doing a bonfire burn off. Take about 8 hours, so I'm kind of not looking forward to it. What's a bonfire burn off? I'm told not to fidget with pocket knives, but here we are. Exactly. Exactly. How could you not? Especially when someone sends you one of these. How could you not fidget with that? Right? I mean, it's near impossible. Or someone gives you something like this. How can you not open it like 1,000 times and just thought, oh, it's assisted, I forgot. Trying to shake it down. How was your day today? Do you have any new knives? What's up, Sandra? I did get a couple new ones. This is my most recent. If I hold it back here, it doesn't look too big. But this is ridiculous. This is absolutely a pig. I do my drop air compare. The drop air compare brought to you by Kaiser. Drop air is the same standard size, not quite full size as your pyrites, your bug outs, etc., etc. The drop air is just shorter than the entire drop air is shorter than the handle of the Luzon. Kathleen, good to see you. What's going on this weekend? All right. All the fallen branches in the property, rainforest. Okay, you got wood, you gotta burn. Brush, you gotta burn. I have the same situation in my backyard. I have some old trees that are dying and trees or limbs falling, and I have a birch tree that's just, it needs to go, but I can't just cut it down. But I've been slowly picking away at it, and there's been a few from storms and stuff that dropped some big branches here and there, and so I've got some stuff I got to burn as well. Do I have the Kaiser Kabox? I don't, but I've had it. It's come through here. If you go to my channel, you can type in Kabox and you'll find the video. I do have an unboxing video on it. Solid knife. But that was a giveaway. I'm pretty sure that was a prize for a giveaway for like my 10K or something like that. Big 4K next week giveaway. Looking for sponsors to promote their pages, stickers, knives, etc. You name it. Anyone? Kodiak. Dude, message me to remind me about that. See what I can figure out for you. I don't have much, but I do what I can. Only burn certain times of the year. You have to inform the fire department in advance. Oh, yeah. Grateful says he's got the Kabox, I think. Is the Kabox the one with the ring on it? I don't remember. I just worked here. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I don't know, Kodiak. I might be able to find something I could throw to you, though. It'd be, $5 stick in the mud from KDK. Slap a sticker on it, call it a day. The hell was that? Got something rattling on a shelf. You start moving like, Tenable Fenrir. Nitro V. I've beat the hell out of this with the spine whack, and guess what? No fails. I don't do spine whacks. I know I just did, but I don't do spine whack tests. It's not really something I'd worry about too much. I don't hard use my folders, but MC got 4 of these from Tenable, and he said that a couple of them failed the spine whack, and so some people asked about it. And so I have this red one, and then I also picked up, because I love that one so much, I'm going to do one for a giveaway and then keep the other. And then I have the top liner lock in the green micarta, and I've spine whacked both of them plenty hard enough, and neither of them failed on me. So I don't think it's necessarily something to be too worried about. Although I have several knives I've never spine whacked, and I'm not worried about it. But if you are, that's fine. That is fine. What's up, Clint? Everybody's got different style, different taste. Some people would be like, why would you ever buy this? And I would be like, well, why would I not buy this? Why would I not? Loving the dies. I got to do another die. I'll probably do one this weekend. Try to do it live. We need to set up my my fade die motor drop. I've got it. It wouldn't work in the environment. I've been doing die projects right here live. I used to just film them, but I'd film them like in the kitchen, and it's not the same kind of a deal, and the setup and the cameras and etc. But I've been doing more die projects in here, but I got to find a way to build like a rig so I can get my motor right here for the fade die drops, like on this Civivi Guile that is out of focus because my face. All I got to do is move over there, and the knife focuses. Back here, it lacks me face. Here's me face. Anybody else got a Civivi Guile? This is a pretty fun one. It's thin, it's delicate, slicey. What's up, Mick? Anybody jump on that Flytanium sale last night? I did not. I did not buy anything last night. Love Ozzy, man, right? Dude's hilarious. That I remember. I haven't watched some of them in a while, but I used to. It would be in the feed, and I would just watch some of the stuffs where it's like just like two dogs, and they're like, hey, hey, hey. He writes some funny stuff for sure. It's this guy who does. I don't even know what you call it. If you looked him up, Herne, it's like he's got a YouTube channel. And mostly he like dubs, like he just says stupid stuff. Like it's like a video of like two dogs barking at each other, and then he writes dialogue for the dogs. Stuff like that. I don't know. Childish, funny. He might. He might. He has wins and fail vids and comments. Got some dope scales from Benchmade Bug Out, or for your Benchmade Bug Out. Maybe a shipwreck coming soon. I saw someone posted this shipwreck on, it was on, I want to say it was on Facebook, on like the NAF's Moon Crew page or something. But they had this shipwreck. Here's a shipwreck, copper shipwreck. But it had pits, like it was pitted. This is generally pretty smooth. If you look, you can kind of see some little bumpy type textures. But at this stage with these colors and stuff, it's pretty smooth. Although that doesn't show up very well, does it? That better? Need better lighting right there. But I feel like they must have left it in for like 3 or 4 or 5 days because it was no longer smooth. It was like pitted, like it was not only you're like doing a controlled like patina, like corrosion basically. And I swear they must have left it in there for like a week because it had holes dug into it. You modified the Civivi you got for me. What'd you do? And when do I get to see the pics? Gonna get the titanium Benchmade scales, but I thought the shipwreck was in order, so I got the bronze, right? I've been looking for some new shipwreck ideas. What was that one I saw recently? There is a copper something, and I was like, ooh. Ooh. Dylan Mallory has entered the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Dylan? What are you getting into this weekend? Give the Dylan salute. Here's my Dylan salute. Don't fail. That was the worst. Maybe I need to do it this way. Couple designs from Dylan right there. Also got the stuff I need to finally finish off, the Para 3. Thomas, can you see me? Connolly, Thomas? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. There he is. That's Comedian Baker's channel? What? Do I have an M16? A CRKT? I have two. They're old. I have two and they're old. Here's one. This is the M16 13SF. I know that's backwards, I apologize. The 13SF, I probably got this 2005, 2006. Carried it for quite a while. It's got that Emerson wave, so it's in your pocket. You go to take it out and it just flips out. It has the serrate on there. This one's a blast from the past, right? This was like my favorite knife in like 2005. And then I didn't like these as much, so I went out and got me this one. This is the M16 01KZ. So this is probably from about 2006. And I beat the crap out of this. Yeah, I mean, it's in good shape though. It does have a double lock. So you've got this lock back here. So you have to pull that down. Then that releases the liner. Thumb studs aren't really thumb studs. They're more stop pins. So it's flipper tab only. And there's the clip. Only goes on that side and that way. Only option. Ooh. Which is kind of gross. At least this one's tip up. This one go, you can, this is like it's those spider codes where you could go here, 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 or here. So you got four different ways you can do this one. Just switched the neon green FRN scales from the Spyderco UK penknife with the MagnaCut UK penknife blade. And then I lost it. Came up with the canary yellow FRN scales. Now you got a neon green. That's fun. Definitely fun, Thomas. I do want to get one of those. I think those are cool. Back in the day, the M16 was a very popular knife. It's still, I mean, I don't know how popular it is today, but they still make them. You can still go buy them. They have different versions of them. So they exist in the world. I don't really carry them anymore, but it reminds me of a time. Kids wear pants that look like garbage bags now. Sent pictures in Instagram of the purple Civivi that he modded. We'll have to pop that open. It's not as easy for me to show stuff when we're doing a vertical live, but it still can be done. It can be done. The new CRKT has a button lock M16. That makes sense. That makes sense. Ooh, new Geo knife. Post. G-Man. Wait. Oh, here we go. What What did you do? I don't even remember what the tip looked like. Did you cut the... Oh, wait. Last picture is before. Okay, so I can show you guys here. Hold on a second. So we did a trade a while back, and I sent him my custom. I had a Civivi that I dyed purple. I know the colors aren't quite true when you have a camera pointing at a screen, so you will have to deal with that. So this is how it looked. That's the angle out from the factory. And this is what he did. So he increased that swoop right there. Boom. I can't go camera 1, camera 2, but I can back up, go back into this. So you can see the kind of more blunt angle, what you got right here versus right here, right like it. Yep. About like that. Boom. Oh, and there's a little swedge on the end too. Okay, so what is happening? Most improved and best what? Was that a question? What's everyone's pick for best knife company 2025? Herne is saying most improved, Vosteed, best value, Senkai. Anyone else? It will now enter much quicker. I don't, most improved, like that means it's like not as good and now better, or like good and then awesome. I don't know. I really like what Concept's been doing. I don't know if they've improved because they've been doing good stuff for a while. Thomas's pick is Kaiser. I would say if I had just pick of the year, I'd probably say Concept. And does Tenable fall under that? Because Tenable's like in the Concept family. So there's that. Kershaw in 2025. What have I got? I haven't really picked up anything from Kershaw. I reviewed a couple, but not much. I like what Devo's doing. Devo's, that new Growler XL is pretty sweet. I like all my Devos. I like all my Kaisers a lot too. I don't have very many Kershaws. I have an Iridium, but I'm not a big fan of it. And then my other Kershaws, I carry the Heist. This isn't like an underrated one. This is totally not even answering your question. But the Kershaw Heist is, I don't know, what, a couple years old. Nice feel, nice user. Of course. I would have said Concept, but they use those racer washers and I can't stand them. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I've never skipped anything. But what I can tell you is my Concepts right out of with those racer washers that you don't like, action's pretty damn good to me. There's one Concept. Here's another. Fantastic action right there. Classic Concept. Main Street. I don't know. You know, everybody to each their own, what everyone likes. And I know some people that skiff everything, but it doesn't need to be any smoother than that. Another concept, BTF. If you leave them alone, they're fine, but if you turn them around and skiff the knife, the bearing stability goes, yeah. Why? That's my deal is I don't see if it drops like this, there is absolutely no reason for me personally to change it. And again, everyone has what they like to do and what they enjoy. And who was it? Rob skiffs like everything he's got. Got a knife you will love that will be modifying new handles and a spine coming in the Instagram. I look forward to checking it out. 510T, who makes that? Concept. I've seen people say they don't like the Warrior because the action sucks. This action is choice. Absolutely choice. A 510 old timer. Cool. Even Tenable. Their budget line. Awesome action. I love it. It's when you get action on like a cheap knife that, see, now I gotta find one. Trying to think of knives that I got that have shit for action. Knew we could go down there. I don't know. I've never had too much reason to skiff out. Maybe I need to skiff. Tenable are underrated. They deserve a bigger market. No doubt. What happened? What did I miss? What did I miss? Migron makes some great stuff. I'd say Migron's really doing some good things. This is the Migron Carix. I'm going to snip that tip there. Feels really nice though. And for budget, I mean, you can't beat the budget versions that Migron's putting out. Hello from Guadilia? I apologize. Nice knife collection you got there. Boom. Boom. Thank you. I'm addicted. To be fair, skiffs are not cheap, but I only put them on higher end knives. Budget users get a clean once in a while, and that's it. Skiffs are only like what, 10, 15 bucks? Generally, they don't cost too terribly much. Migron Valona. Why would you ever put skiffs on that? Fantastic. All right, so this is the thing, Kodiak. Yeah. Why will I love this again? Kodiak. So he's going to be customizing this old timer. Yeah. No. I don't love it. It's kind of a boring shape for me. kind of a boring. I mean, when you customize it, I know it's going to look way better. You're going to change the blade shape. That blade shape to me is just, it's like a turd. Has a blade like that concept. What? I don't have it. I'm trying to think of what concept I have that has that shaped blade. What's up, Trish? How's it going? I do look forward to see what you do with it, dude. Oh, what happened? You were gone. You missed it. When? Just now. What's up, Trish? Clint's moving next week. Keep grabbing for him, and they're all packed up. Ugh, I know the feeling. TKE was in the live last night. He just moved, so he hasn't been live. We've been kind of curious. Kodiak, I don't know. I'm looking at all of my concepts. No. I don't have a spear point like that. The sparrow, Tonto, clip, Tonto, Warney. I don't know what you call that. I showed one with a spear point earlier. You mean the drop bear? The drop bear is a turd. Just a good user. Yeah, it couldn't have been a concept. I have like 12 concepts and none of them have that blade shape. It's kind of like your NAF's Lander 2. Not a pretty knife. Drop bear compare. Not a pretty knife. It's just a great user. I would say of blade shapes, that's my least favorite. 100%. I definitely Warncliffe all day. Boom. Sheepsfoot, Warncliffe. I really love a clip point. Is it something I carry and use a lot? No, but I like that. I think that's got some neat lines to it. I like the Fenrir's. That's what I was saying. You should just clip point that thing. You really want to make that different or whatever, just get in there and just go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't self-defense carry. I carry. And if it came down to it, I'd defend. But the many years I've lived in my life, I've never been in any type of a situation where I couldn't have just walked away. And so I carry knives that I'm going to enjoy fidgeting or showing to some friends or using to cut. I live in Minneapolis. For those that know, Minneapolis has had some issues. But, you don't put yourself in areas that, yeah, I mean, you saw some of the stuff that went down in Minneapolis, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's whatever. But generally, 99.9% of everything I do in the Minneapolis area feels completely safe. And I carry 3 knives a day, and they are all for use. Cutting boxes, opening packages, showing off. Check this out. Kind of a deal. But it's a different world for everybody. Everyone, where they are, what they do, what their joys in life. Joys in life. Anyway, let's talk about non-defense. We don't. I have no. I love you guys, but that's not. I have zero interest in discussing knife defending tactics. What's up, Robo? Robo carries 3 knives. But you know, you feel good. You feel much better. It's Friday. Do you know where your knives are? Mine are scattered about. And I have one out for delivery that is not here yet, unfortunately. Show me a double-edge Microtech Ultratech. I'd have to look it up on the internet, Jerry. I would have to look it up on the internet and show you. I unfortunately don't own any no Microtechs or no Ultratechs. I do have a Microtech standard issue. I did. It's gone. I do have an MSI right there. What's up, Whittling Monkeys? Boosh. I have 4 knives on me now, and my leather toothpick case with lanyard. Indeed. What's up, King Williams? That's the only MSI I got, or the only Microtech I got. And I'm not a big fan. I wish the handle was heavier. And the deep, it has nothing. It's, hello, I can talk this thing all day long, and I don't like it. It should be tighter than that. It pops out way too easy. Do I have any CRKT? I was showing them before, so I'll show a couple different ones. I have the CRKT Razel fixed blade. So this is a razor and a chisel, hence the name Razel. Nice jimps on the back. I have the CRKT Razel folder. So same thing, razor and then a chisel on the top. Also has a secondary lock. So if you're in there doing some chiseling, less chance that it'll pop. Oh, that's not a flipper tab. It's one of the newer ones from CRKT. So I have the folding Razel. I have the fixed blade Razel. And then I have the Razel Nax. Is it a knife? Is it an axe? Yes. This is my favorite. So we got a full tang with micarta handles. Super thick stock right there. Chunky, beefy. It does have the chisel tip. But if you need to get in there bushwhacking, chopping up some small tinder, making some sticks, whatever, boom. How do you flip open a knife fast safely? Depends on the knife. Hold it properly. Give it the correct pressure. If it's a thumb stud, hold on tight. Get a good grip. Put your thumb in there. Bow. Done. Front flipper. Same thing. Get a good grip on there. Get your thumb locked into position. Give it a roll. I have a Chinese Microtech. Impossible to get the genuine. Impossible. Sometimes some things are only available in certain places. My favorite is the Flick UK laws. Yep, so you get that UK pen knife, bro. That is a sweet knife. We've been talking about it lately. 120 bucks for the UK PK Salt Magnicut. Spyderco. Why not? Microtech with the copper sandmide blade and copper handles, $1,100. Yoicks. Give it time. It's practice. It's all practice. Boom. And then some are just stiff. There are some, what was it I got recently? Fred sent me this, the Tenable Calibri Tech. Super cool knife. Flipper tab, no problem. Closes easy. Flipper tab, no problem. Thumb stud. Sucks. Flick out with the stud, not even possible. Ow. Bent my nail. Look at that mark on my nail from trying to flip this open. Front flipper's cool, but you have to get up high on the front flipper, then you catch the rear flipper. So depending on it, what it is, some knives are just a pain in the butt to open. So like if this didn't have that flipper tab on there, well, I guess the front flipper would be easier then. But some knives are easy to open, some are annoying. So that's why I go through and you find some knives you just aren't really something I carry as much. This other Tenable, the Rafe, the rear flipper works pretty good. Front flipper is snappy. But then the fuller, when I go to flick the fuller out, you got to give it some extra wrist. Do I have a favorite fixed blade? Right here. Auxiliary Manufacturing Captain's Bowie. Only 11 were made. This is number 1. It's backwards, so it says 100, but it's 001. AEBL, handcrafted in Reno, Nevada. Custom. Feels awesome in the hand. You got Richlight and Ironwood on there. I've used it. I get out there and kind of dig around. Super fun. Awesome sheath too. Check this out. So boom in the sheath like that. And it can drop in the pocket right here with that ulti clip. Boom. Look at that. Takes up no space. Slim profile. Boom. Fixed blade out. Definitely one of my faves. I mean, overall favorite, buck 119, but I've grown up loving this ever since Friday the 13th Part 4. Right on the cover. It's like, what knife is that? I want one. It's the super thick buck 119. Fantastic. Almost cut my knuckle off because I thought I was smart. Happens. It happens. You know, I haven't cut myself recently, but you do. You do. Just got to try to be careful. $13.65 for the Microtech Marathon. That's expensive. That is expensive. The Bourbon Blade Pocket Chisel. Folding Hammer Chisel. I feel like I've seen that, Thomas. I feel like I've seen that. I've had some close shaves. Yeah. Usually you cut yourself once one way and then you learn, all right, don't do that. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, no. Yeah, this picture doesn't blow up though. That sucks. Yeah. You need to go in before you post those photos and crop them down to just the photo. Stupid Instagram doesn't let you zoom in. And so then I only have, I can't even flip it, that. Not a terrible looking knife. It basically looks like the MSI in a way. In a way. If Ken saw my knives, deadly sharp. Knife doesn't have to be sharp to cut. I mean, it's not going to be a clean cut. It's going to be a messy cut, which then might be worse. And they're like, oh yeah, the saying is like a dull knife isn't as safe as a sharp knife or whatever, but I don't necessarily agree with that. A very sharp knife can slice right in and deep without much work. The dull knife won't go as deep, but will then leave a jagged mess, maybe a less clean cut. But if you've got a super, super sharp slicey, it just goes right on in. That's not good. Right? Got a 3-direction scar on the side of my hand. I had to buy specialist Torx bits to maintain. Yeah, I don't like specializing bits. They don't, you know, it's just kind of a pain. Like, I want to be able to just use it. It's so weird. Like, what was it knife that what was that one? There's one I did, and like, I go to loosen it up and the T8 doesn't fit. I'm like, okay, well, I guess the pivot's T6. It was the Dozier, the K-bar Dozier. Pretty sure that was the one. So I put the T8 and the T8 didn't fit. I'm like, oh, I guess it's T6. So then I want to grab the T6. The T6 didn't fit. It was a T7, which I had. You know, I had a T7, but what? Why? You're going to buy it for $1,300. Whittling monkeys. But you don't understand. If you're saying that the sharper one is safer because you apply way less pressure, that would mean that when you apply the same amount of pressure on both knives, you take a dull one and a sharp one, if you apply the exact same amount of pressure, then the sharper one is going to do significantly more damage, therefore less safe. Right? This is kind of one of those discussion topics that nobody's right. People are going to say this one's safer, this one's safer, but with what Whittling Monkeys just said, dull knives are safe. You buy a bunch of pressure, it's going to hurt. And the sharp knife, you apply less pressure. Right. But now if you go in like this with the same two knives and the same pressure, that sharper knife is going to go further. So a slight little oop with a dull knife might not cut very much, but a sharp one could slice right into you. So then how does that make the sharper one safer? It would mean the sharper one would be potentially more dangerous. So it all depends on the situation. And right, you're cutting an onion, a dull knife, you have to push harder, which might put you into a position more for a cut. Apples, oranges. Never mess with knives when you're trashed, distracted. Right? Pay attention to what you're doing. Make sure no one's near you. Cut away from yourself, not towards yourself. Go like this. And if anyone is anywhere in that zone, then don't be doing this. Gonzo Knives, Black Friday giveaway. But even if you don't apply a lot of pressure, if you're applying light pressure and you slip off with that light knife, it still could. There's no answer to it. It's one of those questions that doesn't have an answer. I hate dull knives. All my knives are sharp. Nice and sharp. If I see even a little thing on there, I do touch-ups regularly. Because that's the trick, is if you have knives and you touch them up all the time, it's literally, if I made 100 cuts, it's going to take me a certain amount of time to resharpen it. If I make 10 cuts and then sharpen it, it's going to be a lot less time. So I resharpen and hone edges on a regular basis, and it literally takes seconds to get it back into good shape. Although I also have hundreds of knives, and so I carry different ones all the time. If I carried the same one every day, I would then probably, at the end of the day, I'd come in here and I'd be like, couple passes, couple strops, and then put it away. And you literally in 30 seconds, you are right back to where you were at the beginning of the day. But I don't have days where I'm cutting hundreds and hundreds of cuts. All knives are dangerous. I don't know. All knives, anything with a sharp edge, you just got to be careful. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. But there's going to be times where you're going to slip. Things slip, things happen. That's why it's... Carving is an amazing hobby. Yeah, I've done it, whittling monkeys. I used to, I'm an artist, so I like to do lots of stuff. I used to carve a lot more, but here, whittling, I got too much stuff. Too many things. I try to do them when I can, and I don't have enough time in the day. My man, Paul. Paul, you gonna snip the tip for me? It'd be a big tip for you. Right there. Ooh. This knife is dumb. It's pretty much dumb. Send it. How am I gonna open this? Oh, I forgot. You get right here. Right there, watch. Ah. Custom modded an Open L8 to a Warncliffe whittler for carving. Nice. Yeah, if you go pah, right in the kisser, two-handed. I don't know. What are we getting into this weekend, kids? What's the plan? What's the attack? What's the deal, yo? I did carry this today. It does not fit in my pocket very well. I don't know what pockets it does fit in. Is that Cold Steel, the big boy? Yeah, it's the Cold Steel Luzon Large. Luzon, I'm sorry, that's backwards. There is a regular Luzon, which is like an 8-inch total. This is the Luzon Large. I've been showing, like, the best way is I've got my drop bear compare. The open drop bear is smaller than the handle of the Luzon Large. That's stupid. What's up, Brian? Rip Dye your Civivi Buster FG scales. The Buster FG is a cool knife, but it's just not. I like big knives. Oh, Christ. And I love the Vision FG. And I bought the Buster FG. But this knife is just, it's too big. Kodiak's Cold Steel Freak. Do you have one of these? The Ring Lock Luzon by Cold Steel. $13. I got this at Blade Show, Atlanta. $7.50 each. I got the light for $7.50 and the regular one was like $13. Biggest knife besides a katana. We're talking folders or fixed blades. Because Woodland Monkeys also, I don't count the katana because it's not a knife. It's a sword. So biggest knife would be biggest knife. Katana is a sword. So I wouldn't have included it anyway. So fixed, or let's, since we're doing folders, this is one of my big folders. The Buster FG. The new Calibri Tech is definitely a big one. Which one's longer? The Calibri Tech is technically longer. We have this cheapo folder, which is an absolute hog. Modeled after like a $2,000 custom. But this is like a $30 gas station Polar Vice. Max Ace Goliath is a beast. So the Goliath beats the Calibri. So Max Ace Goliath would be my top. I did have a couple other big ones that I kind of consider to sit in there. The Boker Kukri is technically longer, sort of, right? Here. Molsek Jungle, another big beast. Molsek Jungle is a pretty fun one though. And that would be the extent of the folders. We move into the, well, this is the biggest folder. The Luzon. What is my cheapest? Now we're changing topics already. The Kudu was $9. Look at the action on this. Flip, thumb, flick out. The Kudu. Let's watch you sharpen that kukri. No. Do I have anything under $10? Probably. Where is that $4? These are $4. I like to buy these for shipwrecks, these little brass Rough Rider folders. They're only like $4. Couple little shipwrecks. Okay. Smallest knife is this one right here. Actual folder. I did the Sagaya Wi-Fi laser mark on there so you can see how small you can actually do a laser mark. Pretty small. Well, if we get into the big fixed blades, we'll start here. We got the Cold Steel Kobun. I want to get that Spyderco. It's a fun one. I have the CRKT Stealth First Strike. Thick. Thick. Got the SOG Seal Pup. we only go up from there. We got the IPAC Survival Tonto. What's the other term for these? Kind of a Quaking, sort of. 1/4 inch thick D2 steel on that bad boy. And it's huge. Got a cheap Rambo style. So that now we're getting big. The Rambo style. Definitely large. Kodiak's got all the CR M16s. That's fun. And then we're getting into the real stuff. So we have the Crown Stag Bowie. This is huge. So this was my largest knife. This is about a 12-inch blade. A full Crown Stag handle. Right? So you'd think that would be, that's about it. That's as big as she goes. But, boosh. Now that's a knife. This is legit. So look at this one now. Hides right behind it. That is my biggest knife. This would be definitely considered a Bowie knife. Or do you say Bowie? Both of us are right. So there is your Bowie knife. This has got to be almost 4 inches wide and probably 14, 15, I don't even know. There's 12 right there. So it's about a 14-inch blade of sheer beastly. Please tell me that's not Pakistani. It's Pakistani. Does that make it bad? Well, kind of. Kind of. But you got to understand, I'm a knife collector and lover who buys this. You know. You know. I wish if that wasn't Pakistani steel, bro, that would be like, how much would that cost? Comment below in the chat. If that was if this wasn't Pakistan, how much would 4 pounds of steel? This is from Rough Rider. And you know what? This may be Pakistan steel, RR2272. But you know what this is? This is under $50 and guaranteed for life. $200, it would cost way more. Guaranteed for life though. So I think if you break this and you tell Rough Rider, they just send you another one. They just send you another one. But these are guaranteed for life. Am I going to use, this isn't a user, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Although he does have the choil, you can choke up. You know, if you need to get in there for that work. Steel type 1095, steel type Pakistani. I don't know. All I know is I was talking to them at SMKW booth at Blade Show, Texas, and they gave this to me for half price. I got it for like $20. So it was like, okay, here's my 20, just give it to me. Like, he's like, well, you might as well get it. And I'm like, They had $35 katanas that are just, I can't do it. If I have a katana, I have a nice katana. I'm not going to buy maybe I will. Maybe I will. Modern American Bowie knife designed and made by George Worthington in England, 1783, and expensive. Sford von Tempsky Bowie, and they're worth about $400 from Sford. I have a Sford peasant knife. This is definitely a staple for a collection. I don't have any Bowie knives, mostly Tontos. I love a good Bowie knife, though. I want this. I want some custom maker version of this. It's definitely going to be over $1,000, which is the reason I don't have it. But dude, like a 12-inch Bowie knife with some dude spent the time and just See y'all later. Have a good one, Whittle and Monkeys. Condor knives make some cost-effective Bowies. I've seen some stuff from Condor, for sure. These little peasant knives, I don't ever use it. This is a staple. I have knife collection staples that I feel that aren't required, but as a collector of many, many knives, I like finding stuff like this where it's got the ring lock. I never had a knife with a ring lock on it, so I had to buy it because it has a ring lock. The peasants, or the sword peasant knife, what's up, Snoop Frog, is like one of those staples. Let's get into some more staples. The Ontario Rat Model 1. Fantastic knife. I never carry it. I never use it. But this is a staple for a collection. The old Rat Model 1. Another collection staple. I submit to thee the Opinel. I hate this knife. I don't carry these. I know some people love them. I would love to get that huge one, but it's $200 or whatever for a huge Opinel that's just going to sit on the shelf and we're going to look at it once in a while. Respect for the knife. I'm not going to be carrying it, but another classic one that's just part of a staple collection. Why wouldn't you have it? Buck 110. Classic Buck 110 staple for every collection. Dong's largest is the Kabar BK10. A duck? I don't know what that is. So I do not. I'm going to need to be looking that up. Is that like a staple collection knife? I feel like there's a couple more that I'm missing, which are like it's like a standard. Almost, I would almost say like the Cricket M16 we've already looked at. It's a French knife. I don't know of it, but I'm interested now. I almost feel like I should have a Gerber paraframe, but I'm not going to buy one. I'm not going to buy one. Here's another staple. Everybody knows this one, right? $10. Opinel is French. Duck is a French knife. $10. Walmart. I mean, how? Yes. I have two of them. Got an updated version. So this is the original, a little bit duller, and then brighter orange on the newer one, and then they added the reversible clip spot. So the one clip can't be swapped, but the new one you can. I'm going to cut myself. I get you ramped up about knives. I get myself ramped up about knives. Dual wield. You ever see someone dual wield? Like in the wild. I'm doing it right now, but we're just standing here on a live. You're going to see someone just like get up, come out and be like, yo, what's up? I don't know. Mick says the deals at Flytanium are still going on. Arcform Auto. There goes the tip. Still good. It's spun on the tip. It was like I tip-topped it. Sure. This is like the Final Destination. It's like the build-up. Everything's kind of building in this, and all of a sudden you see this, and it goes bump, bump. Oh, and it's ready to Good old Final Destination movies. Do you ever do pocket checks on random people? People that I don't know, no. I have done it to people that I don't know at like Blade Show. In the wild, just like at a random whatever, not really, but if I know somebody or I work with someone and I see a clip, I might be like, yo, nice. Ordered a Tuya Titan today. Chode life. Chode life. Anybody want to see how long it takes me? You guys see my hands, right? See this? All right. You see what's happening right now? Grateful Dong said I ordered a Tuya Titan today. All right. Ready? Ready? I'm gonna go like this. Move over here. Push the button. The Tuya Titan. Right there. Can I show the young blokes the saber tooth? You got it. Grateful Dong is on my screen. I've been looking at it ever since he was talking about it last night. And it's like, there it is. I'm still looking at that chode. It's gorgeous. There it is. Saber tooth. Monterey Bay Knives, saber tooth. I think this is going to be the one. I'm going to send something for DLC. And I think this is going to be it. Katuo G10 Griffin, baby! What's up, Steven? Boosh. 140 for the saber tooth. S90V titanium. Got that textured diamond pattern on there. What price is good on the Tuya? That little chode. So we're thinking about DLC coating the blade on this. I want to get something DLC'd too, right? Right, bro? Let's do it. I'm sending something off. Is it going to be this? Whoa. Chances are, maybe. All right, give me 1 second here. And check it later. Got it. Sabertooth is a nice choice. Where am I sending it? What is the name of that one place now? There's 2 places that people were telling me about. Way of Knife, and what's the other? RCO Customs? Is that right? RCO Customs? Because I think I was going to look at Way of Knife, and then someone else was like, Wreck? River's Edge Cutlery? Maybe. I don't know. If anyone knows and has done it and is like, this is where you want to go. Herne is correct. Puts a coating process, puts a finish on the blade that's almost scratch proof. So imagine this nice S90V blade, but DLC coated, it'll look like this one here. This is the DLC coated Kaiser Hawk with a crazy drop. Whew. So that DLC coating is basically a higher hardness than most of your other blades. And so most of your blades hardness is going to be 59, 61, 62, 63 versus a DLC is like 70s, 80s. So then technically you could take the other blade and try to scratch the DLC and you won't scratch it. which is pretty cool. And it's not that you're going to be doing that, but it's fun. It looks nice. That black coating, you can get it kind of shiny or more of a matte finish. Still can't believe the thing is S90V for this price. This one, dude, it's a great price. It's a great knife. Very good action on it. Drops nice. Front flipper is fun. I want to get the Wolverine. So this is the saber tooth. The Wolverine's exactly the same, but it's 1 inch shorter. So this one's like 8.5 versus the Wolverine is like 7.5. But other than that, they are identical. So it'd be a great kind of dual wield scenario. Be a dual wield scenario. All right, this is the duck. All right. Is that a folded over handle on the duck? It looks like it's folded over. I saw that. Strixes should be here by Christmas, potentially. Who's excited for that? So here's the duck. It looks like it's a folded over handle, which means it's like this. I've got something. I have a Nago Higo no Kami. The duck looks pretty cool. I would actually. How much? Is it hard to get one of those? Can I get one for not too much? Can I show you my best knife? There's so many. There's so many. Oh God. This is a Nago Higo no Kami. So this is a friction folder that I'm going to drop. Boom. So it is a rolled over, folded over handle. What's up, Jack? Favorite or best knife? I don't know. Devo Stout V2 lefty version. Van X on the blade. Textured titanium on the bolster and glow scales on the fat carbon or the dark matter carbon, whatever. And it's a lefty. I know this is all backwards, but this is a full lefty version. That's probably my favorite knife in my collection. Gecko Pictus is right up there with it. Pictus is all S90V and textured titanium. Fantastic knife, super snappy, flicky. Goodness. My most recent acquisition and jumping into the top 5 immediately and super fun is the new Numb Knife Works N1 Cornerstone. Boosh. Oh, Orlock. Yeah, why haven't I grabbed the Orlock yet? I should have. This one here, though, with the new pinch lock. So it's got a button on each side. You have to push both to squeeze it together to get it to drop. Also S90V and titanium. Have I seen the Pocket 6 Gecko Custom collaboration? I don't know if I have. Lanyard Man, they're great. And you know, Lanyard Man is a guy who likes to do all like custom lefty stuff. This is it. This will work for you. The pinch lock is on both sides. The clip can be swapped to the other side. So once you've swapped the clip to the other side, the only difference, literally the only difference, is the pivot has the screw on this side and the logo captive pivot on that side. But straight up, you switch the clip to the other side, and this is a fully righty or lefty knife. Imagine coming into the new hobby and you pop in here like, what is going on? This is great. The Cornerstone is definitely jumped up into one of my absolute favorites. Yeah. This is the one. Hey, now, I'm not that picky. I didn't see... You definitely like more if you can get it in a lefty, which is cool. Thomas is back. But that is fully lefty all through. Dude, it's one of my favorites. It's definitely one of my tops. Here's that Horlock concept. Probably my favorite knife 2025. Boom. Awesome stuff. Most spooky Halloween knife and Christmas knife. What's up, D? I don't really do holiday knives, but I do have them. So here is my only Christmas knife. This is the limited run Christmas Momo from last year. This is the mini Momo. It's numbered. And then this is S90V or S35VN. I can't remember. This is a high quality. Plus it's got the titanium on the bolster. Interested in lefty customs? I am, but can I afford them right now? Kind of on a tight budget through the holidays. Halloween Kentucky Holler Jack. Orange Bone 154 CMC Reisner Cutlery. Awesome slip joint. Nice half stop. Great walk and talk. Pop, pop. Jimps. The bolster and the liner is an integral. See, that's one piece. This bolster is one piece down to there, and this one's one piece down to there. So that's my Halloween knife. And my 1931 Leatherworks custom slip. Love that thing. What's the jimpiest knife? Ooh. I love it. I love this question. The drop bear definitely jumps out. Full on jumps out to there. That makes me happy. Militov fixed blade. Militov fixed blade jumps. And then more jumps. See that? Ooh, secondary jumps out there. Happy joy, right? But the this one might win. This is the Rosecraft F2, or is this the F1? I can't remember. But look at these nice ramped up jumps right here. Boom. With that little harpoon ramp up kind of. Then you have secondary jumps right there. And then you have third set of jumps up there. 1, 2, triple jump. Boom, 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 boosh. I'm jimping out, bro. I'm totally jimping out. And I have a feeling soon to be creating the custom KDK jimp machine. I'm going to start jimping all my knives. Like, what's the custom that I like to do? I jimp. And we'll get down on the jimps. Can't believe I had a Halloween and Christmas knife. That's legit. I got lucky. I got lucky. If you would have said you have a Thanksgiving knife, I would have been like, ooh. Do they do Thanksgiving knives? I definitely do not have, those are the only holiday themed blades that I have, as far as I know. As far as I know. Jumpy the Jimpster. Dude, could you imagine? Set up a KDK jump station. You just get your knife, you open it up, you lock her in there and just serious jimping. People used to use skateboard tape before proper jimps. Sounds like you need a turkey knife. Any knife with sprinkles can be considered an Easter knife. I don't have any sprinkle knives, so I'll tell you that. Burkle Cerakote in the house. What's up, dudes? Just posted our new drop. Where did you post it? On the page or on Instagram? Do I have you guys open up down here? I thought I did. Oh my God, do I have that many things open? I do have a Burkle Cerakote page open. If it's on your home page, that's the plague. It's not the one for the plague though, isn't it, for that folder? Where is it at on the page? Or is it on Instagram? Where am I going to find it on your page? About projects, blog, shop, reviews, members, subscription. Shop. The Shiv. Welcome to the shop. Burkle Cerakote LLC. The new Shiv. $289. We are looking at aluminum titanium scale material with the Cerakote. $10.95 on the blade steel. Let's swoop this over. Sorry, the colors are not quite accurate since we're pointed at a screen. Is this the one that you sent to Trish for a review? I believe if you guys go to Mo Patty, the channel Mo Patty, Burkle sent her a review, or one of these to review, I'm pretty sure. MagnaCut will be available soon. Constructive criticism in a positive way. All right, so I have to do that to look at the whole image. This works. Oh, geez, sorry. This page here where I'm scrolling through and you can't see the whole image, I don't like that. I'm not trying to be negative, but I look through a lot of sites, and 99% of the sites I can't stand the way it's set up. But these pictures, when you're looking at, it's like I can't see the whole image. It like gets frustrating. And then some people will get frustrated enough, they'll be like, these pictures suck, and they'll leave your website. But if you click on it, it opens up, and now I can see the whole thing. Sometimes when you do click on it, the one that really bugs me is when you click on it and then it only shows you this, and you have to slide it back and forth to look at it. At least this, when I click it open, I can see it and I can click to the next ones without having to close it. I appreciate that for sure. But the main thing I think when people go to websites and look is, and again, don't take it in a negative way at all, dude. But some people, I will click it and check, you know. But if someone will come in here and they'll be like, these pictures, or I can't see the whole knife. Why isn't it open? Why isn't it open? Why isn't it open? Oh, this one's open, but I can't see it. And some people are idiots. But boom, you click it. Well, this one you can't see it, quite all of it. It's kind of showing off the Cerakote. Is this the last one? Oh, this is the last one. But I do like that you can go through them like this. So this is the key, is being able to see them fully zoomed in. Having them all smaller and scrolling through them and seeing them smaller right here would be nice. And then if you do want to get in closer. So how does it work? We'll say titanium. We'll say brass back spacer, black cherry neon, green yellow, gray red, gray green. Let's try black cherry neon. Fun. Made to order by hand, take time to manufacturer. If someone buys one and they ask you what is the approximate time, what is the answer they get? Jay, this has to stop. Maybe the wife needs to step up. I'm sure your wife is an incredible woman. Nothing but respect. 1 to 2 weeks. So Burkle says if you do place an order, it's made to order by hand and a couple of weeks to make the order. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, Jay, I be livin'. I got free time and I don't even, lately I haven't even been doing, we just hang out and talk about stuff. Today's been productive. We've been looking some shit up. It's been fun. We're already almost at 2 hours, for crying out loud. That's what blows me away, is I can do this and it's, swear to God, 2 hours. It's a time warp. I'm trying to slow down time and I do lives and it just speeds up. It just goes faster. But it's because we're having such a good time. We're having such a blast. My wife said you're watching your boyfriend again? Dude. I'm pulling people away from their significant others, and then I may be potentially inspiring knife purchases. Man, all right. All right. I mean, I'm not selling stuff, so it's not like I'm pressuring sales and I'm getting commissions or anything. I'm not getting any commissions. I'm just showing off some of the great stuff in the world and saying, hey, dude, these are pretty choice. And then someone else pops in and says, hey, have you seen these? Also very choice. It is so choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Need to grow your hair out? Just start farming, bro. I don't know. Some people can't. I understand. Everybody's got different hair potential. Do it. Buy the knife. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. The rabbit hole we go down, right? What are we doing, Jay? Kodiak's got a mullet. Please check out the Defiant. Everybody go check out Burkle's Cerakote, though. You can also have them Cerakote something you already have if you're not looking to buy a knife right now. You can send them one. They can Cerakote it up. Cerakote it up. Doing the Lord's work. Amen. Get with the program, ladies. All right, check out the Defiant. Trying. Search goods. Search that goods. YOLO. Just buy the damn knife. My wife watches Kenman with me sometimes. Nothing weird about that. That's actually hot. What? Oh, it's over here. Okay, what are we looking up here? Defiant 7 Talos manual folder. Anybody know anything about Defiant 7? Les George design. Robin, same. Well, congratulations if you've got that wife, that husband, that significant other in your life, it's tough to find someone and be happy with, get along with, spend your life with. Well, I don't have 400 knives, honey. See, I'm helping. I'm helping. They can be like, see, look, this freak has got 400 knives. I only have this many, honey. So it's not, it's fine. Okay, we're looking at Defiant 7 Talos. What? Okay. What does this look like? This reminds me of something. This right here, this little section, I don't know if you can see that. You see where that is right there? Hold on. Can't see my mouse right. You can kind of see that right there. This kind of reverse harpoon. What does that remind me of? A moral shield. I do what I can. I try. I'm here to reconnecting. I'm here to help. Wife is pretty cool with the knife thing. They should be, you know. It's not weird. Reminiscent of the ProTech SBR. It has similar feel, like I feel like I've seen, you know, not that it exactly looks like another knife, but qualities, characteristics. This little section right here reminds me of something. Something I haven't seen since. That's pretty cool. Did you order one, Thomas, or you just wanted us to check it out? $285. Les George. There it is. The script. No. Specs. Blade steel various. What kind of an answer is that? Blade steel various. What? What? So this one's Damascus and this one isn't. But like, list them. Got that Main Street look. That's it. Right there. You know, it's got that Main Street kick. I knew I had a knife that looked similar to that. Blade steel varies is as good as we heat treat our M390. Good call, Grateful, though. That does have that Main Street kind of tip. But, you know, like Blade steel various, at least tell me one of them's Damascus and the other's M390 or whatever it is. Okay, Defiant 7, made in USA, Magna Cut. So this one's Magna Cut, and they can't even, and then they're downplaying it by saying various. Various. Probably can't read that. I mean, down on Main Street. I'm going to keep doing little singy little things like that, and we're going to wait. Wait, no, we'll never know. Never mind. I was going to say, and then we'll wait to see when it says it wants to demonetize, but because I'm not monetizing, it won't, so I guess it won't make a difference. I was going to say we could test it, but we're not going to test it because I don't have it on, so I guess it does have some Main Streety vibes, but only in that little area, like not so much up here, but like right in here. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Oh, kids. Good stuff. I do have that artisan cutlery out for delivery. I don't think it's going to be here. Dank, tell Thomas to check his DMs. Oh, Thomas. Thomas paging Thomas Connolly. Hot member of the Magnus Sluts. Hear ye, Thomas Connolly of the Magnus Slut Trio. Or is it a quartet? Do I get to be part of the Magnus Sluts? Thomas, I gave Grateful Dong a link to your Instagram, and he has messaged you. And you have to go to requests and accept his request. I'm the ringleader. Robin, we might have, I mean, not to, okay. Who was it? Paul was like, I want to, you know, there's one way to become a member. I mean, we're going to have to make other memberships if that's the case or whatever, but the way to become a Magnus Slut wasn't something that was created or invented, but like literally there are 3 Magnus Sluts. Well, I'm the 4th because it's me. But like the reason that we created it in the live stream is Grateful Dong is a member of the channel at the MagnaCut level. And then Thomas became a member of the channel at the MagnaCut level. And then Hate Nate became a member at the MagnaCut level. I am not pushing memberships. People can join and become a member if they want. You know, I have gas station, D2, S9DV, MagnaCut, or whatever was the ones that I created. And so the reason that they are the Magnus Sluts is because the 3 of them are members at the MagnaCut level. So the way that someone would become one of the Magnus Sluts is they would have to then also become a member at the MagnaCut level. Which, I mean, I don't recommend it. No. I mean, everyone could do.
Dervin became a member. At Ed_Dervin celebrates 16 months of membership at Yards. Ed Yards. Ed Yards. Ed Yards. Ed Yards.
Ed Yards, my man. 1 second, Mr. Edyards. So I'm not trying to tell people how to spend their money. You know, if you want to not be a member at all, that's great. If you want to donate $2, $5, $10, $20 a month, you can. You can. But I can't just let everyone be in the Magnus Sluts if we basically created it because of these 3 wonderful gentlemen right here. Thomas, I'm going to make bowling shirts. It's worth it. If they're going to donate at that level, it's worth it. I am making all of them honorary Jason masks of their choosing, how they want them to be. And I am also going to be making some type of a bowling shirt. Magnus Sluts, put a number on it, maybe put their names on it or something like that. But I have to one-off bowling shoes. Well, Thomas, it's highly appreciated on this end. I never even expected anyone to join at that level. They said, hey, you need to do 4 levels or whatever, so I'm making them, and I'm like, well, I don't need to make. And so I was like, fine, I'll just throw that one out there. And here you guys are. I appreciate it. All the money will go 100% into the channel or into stuff that I buy for you guys. What I can promise is masks for everyone. Get a custom shirt for everyone. And then in the future, we start making knives. Some people don't know how generous I am. But dude, we start making some fixed blades. If I start making some knives that are decent, I mean, if they're crap, I don't want to sell knives that are crap or give knives to people that are crap. But if I start making some fixed blades that are moderately decent, stick around. Knights of Kenman table. There you go. Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to exclude anyone, right? But I have to treat the Magnus Sluts with supreme royalty. Oh, we can do that. Yeah, I'll probably put something on the inside of the mask. Dank, when you get a grinder, we'll get you to more than decent quick. You guys heard it from the mouth of the babe, the man himself, Donnie. Supreme royalty, as they should be. Dude, the fact that anybody even wants to give me $2 at all, it's like mind blowing. We're just here having fun, and I love the support. I do, but I'm still gonna stick to we're not gonna be monetizing live streams. I'm not gonna be saying, oh, this moment is brought to you by me, or like I could say that. I don't want to do those ads. I'm not really into that. But I guess I could say this today is brought to you by the Magnus Sluts. These guys live it, love it. Supreme royalty. F it. I'm using that. You may, Donnie. You may. I need to go visit Donnie is what I need to do. I'd love to get into his shop. Except for I have a feeling we will not be sober. Ever. I'm a MagnaCut fan. MagnaCut's cool. Well, thank you, Zach. You're cool as well. I don't have a lot of MagnaCut. I have a little. Where is it? Okay. This is MagnaCut. Right there. This is the Sea Fox Custom. One-off. I got this at Blade Show, Texas last year. Nice hollow grind. And white paper micarta, and then koa wood. Use the shop's back door. Are you a millennial? No. Are you? I would watch you even if I had to tell you about Raid Legends. All right, everyone, let me tell you about Raid Legends. What's the other one? Squarespace? Oh, God, you would never. No. What is the payout for that? You got a channel with 1 million subscribers, and you're doing an ad for something. How much are they getting paid for these ads? I don't know. No, I am not a millennial. I'm an Xer. I'm old. I'm incredibly old. Gen X. I have another MagnaCut. Why can't I think of what it is? That's sad. Oh. Tactile Chupacabra. That's in MagnaCut. I really like the Chupacabra. I like the extra clickiness. Listen. I know Donnie don't like that. Sounds broken, right, Donnie? Sounds great. Clickety-dick. Yeah. Good old Gen X. Kershaw does a good heat treatment on their MagnaCut for the Bel Air. Old babyface Kenman over here. Squarespace. Raid Shadow Legends. Dude, we got some new tanks available. Oh, it must be a lot of dollar bucks. On the other hand, Benchmade's HRC on their Magna Cut is a tad bit low. That's what I've heard is some places that do Magna Cut don't heat treat very well. And some people M390, they don't, you're like, oh, well, I have, it's M390. Well, but how's the heat treat? Maybe it's garbage. Pre-1981, that's an old model. Oh. Yes. Yes. I got the grays right here. I'm getting a little wrinkly. I mean, I appreciate it. I guess my parents look young. My parents do not look like their age. They're in good shape. They take care of themselves. My dad still climbs the rock wall at the gym. They're crushing it. So I feel fortunate. I got good genetics. Do I listen to Obituary? Sure. Gross sounds? Gross? What's gross sounds? Order Demco Free Reign Tonto Blade Green Handle. 1983 is considered a millennial? Is it? I thought, wait a minute. I thought, no. I'm not really good with this. I thought it was Gen X, Gen Z, then millennial. I don't know the order anymore. I'm just old. That's all. War Thunder promo incoming. Dank would come back from Donnie with dreadlocks and an enlightened mind. Here's the grateful. I go hang out with Donnie. I'm coming back just like this, bro. We're all the same, you know. You, me, him. We're all the same. Try 71. What's 71? Is that when Gen X started? Most places who do M390 under HT irks me. I rave about that like Nate raves about a crossbar lock. He was getting into it the other day. It was great. Where is Nate? I'm listening. I don't hear him. Nate. It's all good. It's Friday. Elder millennial here, pushing 40, lumped in with these kids. Why am I lumped in with these kids? Trying to put pressure on Migron to, like, do I even have any Migron with M390? 14C 154? Nope, that one's also 14C. That one's D2. That one's 14C. Yeah, all my Migrons are 14C28N. This one probably as well. Yeah, I literally have like 6 Migrons. They're all 14C28N. Thomas has got it. Gen X, 65 to 80. Millennials are 81 to 96. So then Gen Z is after millennials? They change that shit all the time. Anyway, here we are. It's like the Zodiac Killer at this point. It didn't say Zodiac Killer, it just said Zodiac. Dude, this is getting to be... This is thick, dude. This is some serious thickness. I don't know how much longer it's going to last. The ICP generation. So Gen Z is 97 to 2012. Man. All right, I had them backwards because, you know, Once you've already passed it, it's everyone else is the youth. The two Utes. The two what? And then you don't think about it anymore. Then you just don't even think about it as much anymore. Kathleen, Kathleen's really got it. Silent generation 2845, baby boomers 46 to 64, then Gen X, then millennials, then Gen Z. Wow, Kathleen coming in with all the info. Migron's higher end comes with M390. Yeah, correct. And then I realized I don't really have any of their higher end. I have all their budget stuff. But the reality is a Micron budget is like a mid-range or mid to upper range other companies. For sure. For sure. The darn, the Utes. It was a Tempest, not a GTO. It was a Tempest. Use your strong hand. Stirring the mashed potatoes. Oh, that's great. Micron budget is honestly where the value is at. Truth. The Vacor TI, though, yeah. I mean, they're premiums. Basically, they have a lot of them. They have premium versions of the same ones. But, I mean, the budgets are definitely... Boom. Yeah, it was my cousin Vinny. The two what? The two Utes. Oh, Donnie's starting to cook. Kathleen, you guys are all babies. If we're all babies, then Kathleen can be mom. No, Kathleen's older sister at most. Smart, wise, older sister. That's you. Is that cool? Is Vosteed forever dead to me? No, but it comes down to I don't like what they did. I don't talk about it. I don't bring it up. I don't downplay them or anything like that. Make a joke, maybe rarely. But I have a list right now of like 20 or 30 plus knives that I want. And I could basically just forget about that company completely, and my list is still full, right? So there has to be a reason to pull me to it. I gave them a couple $100. I bought something, it went bad. They replaced it with worse. They didn't care. End of story. I was like, well, I guess I'll just give me my money back, and I'll go ahead and just give it to somebody else. And ever since then, I've been looking and getting things from other places, and I still have more options than I know what to do with. Older sister would be nice, but probably closer to grandma. Kathleen. Kenman's 86, so we're clear for takeoff. This guy had a bad arm and he got the Scary Movie Chris Elliott tattoo on the arm. That's living it. That's I respect that. You know? Just go with it. You know? Don't let it take you down. Don't let it whatever. Just live the life, you know? And like, here you are, here it is. Here's my hand. What's happening? You know what I mean? I hold a good grudge. Do I? I don't have any grudges. I just stay positive and try to surround myself with positive other people. And when people don't have a good attitude or treat me poorly or cheaters, liars, stealers, whatever, I just move on. Just move out. I have the silliest tattoo of all, says Grateful. What the hell, Kevin? I've got an interesting kind of silly tattoo. I have to take my pants off. Thomas says, no Vosteeds. If Vosteed messaged me and said, hey, we want to send you a knife to review. You don't get to keep it. You just want to send you a knife to review. I'd do it. I'd do it. I just, there's no need for me to, I've got a million. You want me to show everyone the 2 emails that they sent me and what they had to say about the issue, and then what they did to fix it was send me a knife that didn't have that issue because I couldn't even change the clip. And then they try to pull it off like it was, there's like several emails that just, you're just like, this is just shady. You're trying to manipulate me like I'm a 4-year-old, you know? It's like, I can see through that. I'm not dumb. And I was like, well, are you serious right now? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I think I'll just take my money back then. They had their option. I got the mini stiletto tattooed on my... I'll tear it to shreds. Dude, I am fully honest about all my reviews, no matter what. If there's things I don't like about it, things I like about it, or whatever. What was the one I was talking about? Just this one here, Tenable. This is a super cool looking knife. Fred sent this to me. Very appreciative. It's huge. What's up, Steven? But I have issues because I can't... Look at that thumb stud. Look at how much it sticks out. I can't flick it out. Then the thumb out. I can barely thumb it out. That sucks. Front flipper sucks because you have to climb way up here to grab it. You can't hold it from down here and do the front flipper. So you got to hold it up here. And then the rear flipper hits your hand when you do it. There's like 3 different things when I'm trying to open this. It's just annoying. But I still think the knife is cool. I just got a new tattoo of Sturgis this year. Found out that I'm a little bitch. Dude, I got one on the back of my leg long ago. And like the lower section, like right, or like here, it was fine, and then it started getting down lower, and it was like, oh my god, that is incredibly painful. Grateful. No way to see that coming. Wait, what? No way to see what coming? Oh, you got a tattoo of a drawing of Cole that Blind Woo Fury's kid drew? Jesus Christ. Order the Excalibur, not sure the time frame, but the left-handed one is on this. They do have the left-handed ones on there now. With the new compression lock, I think if I was going to do it, I would do the lefty version with the new compression lock. I wonder what a woman would say if they entered this room. What's okay? We got a couple ladies in the chat. All right, you want to check out this room here? It's kind of a mess. I apologize for the stuff on the ground there, but we've got the recording set up over here. Got a couple cameras, microphone, knives on the table. Knives. I don't know. I think they'd be like, wow, that's fun. Wow. Okay, so I meant non-knife ladies, like a normal woman. Well, I can't do this now. Like, you know, like a normal woman. I just got attacked by a normal woman. I don't talk to normal folk of any fashion. Grateful my panties would have dropped just like right at the doorway, like, and let's Oh, you guys make me happy. Any lady I've been with would think that room is rad. We probably like the same ladies. Like psychotic, attractive and psychotic. Well, attractive to me and psychotic. Long hair, a little bit crazy. Yeah, I'm in. Their hair has to be longer than mine. That would be my requirement. Well, they got to be cool. They got to be interesting, fun to talk to. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the short hair. Not that it can't be done, but it's attraction. It's like, you know what attracts you? What attracts you? Knives attract me. Long hair, a bit unhinged. Yeah, it's gonna end badly. It's gonna end badly. When it ends, it should not be anywhere near this room. Pantene Pro V. I need to get a fan constantly. Get my guitar out and just sit here with the fan just doing this. Would that be a live stream? No offense to any women. I don't think any of them took it. Badly every time. Badly every time. I'm definitely attracted to the insane. I mean, that room could be a shock to non-knife people. But it's organized. I mean, you look at these shelves and you're like, well, this doesn't look like it's shelf of a psychopath. It looks like a shelf of a ADD knife-loving psychopath. First question, do they have money? Are they rich? I'm in. Dude, how do you know Kenman hooked up with a rich gal? All of a sudden, my collection just starts filling up with like Hermans and Evos and like, dude just spent like 20 grand on knives. What happened? Oh, he found some lovely rich. In the words of Clown from Slipknot, that's warts at minimum. That's what Bateman would have said. All this, I totally got sidetracked immediately with my craziness, but Edwards did come in here earlier. What was it, 16 months? 16 months for the Edwards. Edwards. I still don't have this on anything yet. This is an Edwards custom right here. He couldn't figure out what to put it on. Then I ended up with it. I still don't know what to put it on. But it's on my loop right there, so I get to look at it every day. I got another one hanging right here. So it's kind of like their drawer pulls in a way that I get to enjoy even though they're not on a knife. My grandmother always told me you can love a rich girl just as much as a poor one. We tattooed Clown's kid years back. Clown was like hanging out with my dad if he was in a metal band. Still here, just not paying any attention because you're too handsome for me to trust myself. Look, what are we doing today? It's Friday. It's good. I need to get that grinder. I have ideas. I have shapes formulating in my brain. They're formulating. Like super down-to-earth regular dude. Oh, what is up? Yeah, Donnie just keeps elaborating his connection to ICP. It's just setting it up. He's setting you up. He's just setting it up. Thing is, though, Donnie is like top notch, bro. That guy. Top men. We have top men on it. Top men. He's a good sport because he's not a juggalo. But who has one of these? And why do you have it? Is it the reason I have it? Is it the reason I have it? Because it's ridiculous? Yes. I like out of all the knives you could be showcasing right now, there's a peasant knife and an Opino on the table. Ah, there is. There's a peasant knife. Well, dude, we had staples out. We got staples out. We got the peasant knife. We got self-defense pizza cutter. We've got the Opino. We have the Higo no Kami. Right? I mean, we're talking classic staples to a collection. The Ontario Rat Model 1. I'm not going to lie, the peasant knife does work. Does it? I don't know if I ever... What? What? I never done... Did I do a cut test on the unboxing? Bro, this thing is super sharp. That's great. That's fantastic. I don't remember that. You've heard it here, dude. The Ford peasant knife is sharp, dude. That's wild stuff. You know what else is crazy? Look at the cut I made with this last night. It will cut. Like the longest cuts ever. With this loose, can it cut hair in half? I don't have any hair to cut. So I don't know how we would do that. I don't have any hair that we could cut. This? Ow. I mean, it worked. I don't know if it pulled it, if it grabbed the hair and then pulled it out when it did it. It might have. I don't know. It either cut or it grabbed and yanked. I did get one though, or two. Yeah, we definitely have some weird stuff going on today. Almost have to take a table aftermath photo. Can it whittle hair? Can this one whittle hair? Like, do I even... Damn it. Can't get one if you want one. But if I don't want one, there will be one all over me. You know what I mean? You should be able to go like that and just get one. There we go. It will not. I don't even know what's the trick to do that. Wow, my hair's getting... Wow. What is that trick? You have to just go up it. Got it. I just went like this. You know, you shed a few every day. I wasn't going to cut them off the head. I've seen beard shaving stream. Like literally beard shave. But you got to do it with like the petrified fish. Do it with this. I love the joy cutting that hair. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta just fill your life with joy. Be happy. Because you can also be stressed. You can be unhappy. You could be worried about the things in life that get you down. And I submit that the days are always what you make it. If you decide to be down and depressed and sit there all day depressed, you'll be depressed all day. If you decide to be like, all right, I'm going to turn it around, I'm going to be positive, we're going to do something good today, what can I do? And just move forward in that mindset. It's not always that easy. I get it. But always just try to take it for what it is and be like, all right, let's move forward. Because the thing is time is going to move forward. No matter what you do, it's going to keep on rolling. So if you spend the rest of the day being all upset, you just wasted the whole day. You guys know what I'm talking about? That's all you got to do. I got popsicles down in the cellar. You can't do it and smile at the same time. Jesse's gonna make his peas and poops. It's gonna feel good for Jesse. Drugs also work for depression. They do. They do. I try to not overdo it. And like, I don't know, I'm not, yeah. Do that voice too well. I used to do it better. I got food poisoning, whatever, story. And I was basically sick and throwing up for almost a day straight. And it like ripped up my throat. My throat just hurt from just all that violent unhappiness. And I lost my voice, and it was like scratched up, and like ultimately I like damaged my voice cords or something a little bit, and it messed me up. And like for a while I was like back to this, and I couldn't talk, and then I couldn't go like woo, like I couldn't do that at all. I couldn't make that like that pitch, like wherever my vocal cords were for that, it was like cut off, and it wouldn't work. Covering for my second job at the bus station bathroom. That's my third. The second one is picking up pee bottles at truck stops. You ever see that? That girl, I mean, she's cute, which is generally what works. But she literally works at this truck stop, this like huge truck stop. And like half of her videos are like, oh, here's the 8 pee bottles that I picked up out of the parking lot today. She's got tons of views. It's crazy what... Well, and how it like somehow YouTube recommended that to me in my shorts. I'm just going through and I'm like, what in the hell is this? And she's like, oh, found 9 bottles today. Ooh, this one's extra yellow. And you're like, yeah. Yeah. All right. What's everyone's favorite? I was talking about Zoloft. Well, yeah. ADHD medication, over-the-counter medication. Why are we watching lot lizard videos? You tell me. Algorithm plops you into places. It's she's secretly, I can't, Gerber, Mike? I don't know who that is. Is that a lot lizard? Truck stop? The algorithm knows you better than it knows yourself. Well, unless you have friends that like to do stuff. You know, they like to find weird stuff and then open up your PC, open up a separate window, and find some weird short and then loop it and then minimize that window and walk away, right? And then an hour of it looping basically changes your algorithm completely. And you're like, why is my algorithm full of this junk? And like, my buddy laughs at me and I'm like, I don't get it. And then I noticed the window that was minimized and I'm like, oh, you son of. Okay. Oh, I'm secretly George Michaels. I don't care what you think about him. That dude was a badass back in the day. Good singer, good musician. Yeah, had quite the lifestyle, sure. But, I mean, when you watched him when he was popular, dude, he got all the chicks. You know, I mean, that wasn't his thing, but that's what it looked like. It looked like this dude, like, looks cool and picks up all the ladies. You watch his videos, it's like he's got the hottest girlfriends in his videos. I mean, I know that's not real life, but dude, George Michael's cool. I mean, it's not like I knew him. Always go down the rabbit hole of police shootings on YouTube, car chases. I'm trying to do my part. If I see anything that is a he woke me up before I had to go. That's hilarious. Okay. I try to do my part on the YouTube. Like when I'm looking at watching shorts or whatever, if I get one comes up and there is a person down here, green screen watching another video, I instantly tell them to never show me that again, even if it's something I'm interested in. Or if there is a clip of Family Guy, which I think is funny, but if there's a short clip of Family Guy, I will instantly say never show me this again, because 99% of those are people that have nothing to do with Family Guy, but they're just using Family Guy clips to promote their own channel. And you're not promoting Family Guy, you're just promoting some jerk who's taking someone else's ideas and using it. Or it's like if someone was like, oh, check out this dude. This dude has this crazy jetpack and he does this thing in his backyard. Look at how rad it is. Look at this guy flying in his jetpack. Well, that guy on his jetpack has a channel and posted that video. We should be watching his video. But if we're going to watch you talking about his video, what's going to happen is now you're going to become more popular than the guy making the video. The guy making the video is not going to make any more videos because he's not getting any views. And then the people that are copying other people's videos aren't going to have any videos to copy anymore. So anytime it is anything where it's a clip from a show, I immediately say never show it again. If anyone is green screening, I immediately say never show it to me again. If anything is dubbed over by like an AI or anything that's not a human person talking, I immediately say never show it to me again. I don't expect other people to do this, but that's what I do. I've seen some stuff where it's like super interesting. I like horror movies, and it's like, oh, here's a list of 10 horror movies you might not have heard of, or something like that. But it's then they can't even narrate a 10-minute video. They have AI do it. It's like, nope. And because of that, I'm out. You love holes. Wait, what? I watch YouTube show on homeless Japanese man traveling across Japan on a moped. That sounds interesting. I love holes. I'll have to check that out. Terry, what holes? Prince was a golden god. I'll yell that for many months. Dude, Prince smoked. Dude, Prince was a serious musician. Dude knew all these instruments, could totally jam. Golden Child, good movie. But yeah, Prince. I mean, I'm from Minnesota, but at the same time, I saw Prince in concert. Very good. Very good. The dude knows how to play. If you want to see probably the best halftime Super Bowl show, it's Prince. Prince just rips, dude. He knew how to perform. He knows music. I got nothing but good stuff to say. Not a fan, but I respect his talent. That's what it's all about right there. Because I know there's several people that are like that. They're like, I'm not a fan, but I recognize talent. Trish never saw him. I saw him. It was a pretty good show. When was that? 98 or 99? Good time. Went with my girlfriend at the time and her roommate. So it was me and a couple of cutie pies. Horror movie that scared the hell out of me when I was young was Let's Scare Jessica to Death. I know this movie. I don't know if have I seen Let's Scare Jessica to Death. I think that's on my list. I think I might have got that when my friend was sailing the seas. Your mom went and you were sad because you didn't get to go. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few shows that I missed. I never got to see a couple. Well, what is Alice in Chains? I was too late, and for some reason it just never worked out, and I never got to see Alice in Chains before it was too late, which is kind of upsetting. I never saw Pink Floyd altogether because I was slightly too young to be able to get to what was their last show where they were all together. Was that like the Division Bell in like 92 or something like that, 91? Didn't get to go to that, but I have seen everyone from Pink Floyd separately. It was like these two and then these two. Never got to see David Bowie. What's up, Fred the Lug? Division Bell was awesome. Yeah, you can watch that tour. Like they recorded that tour on like you can get the video of it. If I'd just been a little older, I probably would have been able to make it to that one. What are you up to, Fred? Fred, I'm enjoying this thing. It's a beast. I might want to do some stuff to it, though. The thumb studs piss me off. They don't work. I can't flick it out, and when I do get the thumb out, it hurts. But the knife is super cool. I can't wait to do a die project to it. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. But thank you again, Fred. How's Fred? Fred, where are you? Are you heading to Japan next week, or what's the deal? Hanging with the wife tonight. Fred goes on some fun trips. He's going to be heading to Japan. I know you like colors, but the pocket sword would look nice with black. Yeah, I don't mind black. And colors, I like colors, sure, but if you start looking, it's like lots of greens, mostly it's going to be silver, like titanium, black, green, little bit of blues, yellow. Like you're just saying all the colors. Maybe I am. Metal Relic Art. What's up, dude? What are you getting into this weekend? And Marco. Polo. Marco. Polo. Here we are. 2 hours, 44 minutes. Last time I looked at the clock, it was an hour ago. Isn't that fun? That is fun. Nothing crazy, just fulfilling orders. Right on, that's great. That is where you want to be. Fulfilling orders, that means you have happy customers, placing orders, picking stuff up. Everybody go check out Metal Relic Art. Definitely make some cool stuff. What am I ordering this weekend? Am I going to buy something? Am I not? I may end up getting that Daedalus Lab flipper from Traditional Pocket Knives. Rush 6 times, Journey twice. Al Demoila. Pat Benatar, Santana, Doobie Brothers, Primus. Ooh, Primus. Rory Gallagher, Indigo Girls, Helix, Candlebox. Nice. Nice. Pantera, Metallica, Megadeth, Slipknot, Tool, Perfect Circle, Deftones. You didn't get the Devo Growler XL. Yeah, I just not, and I'm not marketed out for how much are the Devo Growler XLs? 3. I'm trying to tighten my budget through the rest of the year. Doesn't mean I'm not going to buy stuff, but there's a few things I want. I mean, ultimately, if I was going to go ahead and drop some money, it would definitely be on the Voodoo doll. I think that looks super cool. But I'm kind of trying to be very, I'm trying to look at where this other thing I wanted to get to. Very picky about what it is I get through the rest of the year and what I spend it on. Devo Growler XLs 170, 250. That's not bad. Gonna play with the Voodoo doll tomorrow at Rise. That's cool. I got a full size coming for me to check out pretty soon that I get to enjoy for a couple of days. What's up, Valerie? Valerie. I'm not the same boy. The remake of that video. Remember that? What's crazy is Sean at Knoll Knives is less than 30 minutes from me and I've not been there yet. Fred, get on it. Fred. You're busy. I get it. You're busy. He's probably busy too. You like the color? This is my twins shirt. My nephews won it. Hitting baseballs at the state fair or whatever. I know it's backwards. Minnesota Twins fishing. I dig it. Gabby. Tell me this is ridiculous. Look at the clip. The clip alone is larger than some knives I have. Ridiculous. Absolutely painful. Ridiculous. It does have the Emerson wave, though. We can get it in the pocket here and just out she comes. Ready to rock. All right, I got it up. I was just, somehow it was being slow. Open. Detonation technology. I don't want this. Go away. Utility dagger. Ooh. There's no need for danger. Danger is my middle name. Detonation tech utility dagger. Ooh. We're getting serious glitchy matrix lines. Utility dagger. Ooh. Okay, does that blade come off or no? No. See, this is the worst. Websites like this, where the picture is small, and then when I click on it, I can't make it bigger. Can I make it bigger here? Oh, I can make it bigger there. So that, they just save themselves. But when you go like this, and it does this thing, this is dumb. There's some that are like this, where here's the pick, I can't make it bigger, and then you go like this, and you can only look at parts of it. At least this one, you can click here, and it does enlarge. It's all one solid piece. Yep, I see that now. And what is it, 70 bucks? $70. And it's got that chisel tip. And then this. What's this info? Give us a better stat sheet. AEBL. AEBL. That's cool. I'm not a huge ring fan, though. The ring on the back, it's generally, I won't use it, or it's just not a comfortable thing. God. Today is a little, we're a little randy today, aren't we? You been drinking? Not yet. I mean, I'm still nursing this Red Bull over here that's been open for 2 hours and 51 minutes. AEBL. Tavis says, is AEBL comparable to 3V? I don't know the answer to that. I have some 3V. I have some AEBL. Have I used either of them enough to say that they're similar? What? Anybody have anything to say on that? Styling and profiling. Yes. AEBL, this is one of the few that I have. The Auxiliary Manufacturing Captain's Bowie. It holds a nice edge. It's pretty fun. I can dig it, but I haven't really had to sharpen it all that much yet. And then what's my 3V? I think this one's 3V. 4V. Is that what that says? The Kaiser Cobalt? It is. It's not 3V, it's 4V. I know I have a 3V something somewhere, but I don't know. AEBL is comparable to Nitro V? You think so? I have some Nitro V. I don't really have any issues with Nitro V. I kind of put that in the D2 category. Which, yeah, I mean, it's not primo, but I don't really have anything wrong with it. Some people say D2 like rusts out and it's not good, but like I have some D2 that I beat the crap out of that I let was wet, used it on fishing trips and stuff, and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna see what happens. SOG Terminus. Wow. There is a little pit right there. You can see it on the blade. That is a spot. A couple of spots on that side. And I'm talking, I use this fishing, gunk, guts, crap on it. Winter, snow, didn't care. And yeah, it shows. But had I just gone in like this and wiped it off regularly, then it probably wouldn't. But I was like, you know what, I'll see if I just don't care, is this going to start rusting out on me? But honestly, in the last year, I don't think I've carried this. I haven't carried this in over a year. Maybe I have like once, but I mean, it's regularly carried. Not really. And so if we're sitting here for over a year without being used, it hasn't grown from how it was. Seriously overpriced garbage. SOG. I don't have that. I got that SOG. I bought this one for $10 because this is like their $10 end cap, whatever. So I was like, oh, check it out. Hollow grind back lock. It's on the, although it is a back lock and it's still, you can still flick it. You can still do that. A lot of times when it's a back lock, it's more of a, you have to kind of open it. You know what I mean? Open it. And this would be the one that I would give legitimacy to. The SOG Seal Pup. I don't think this is overpriced garbage. I think the SOG Seal Pup is a winner. You mean long pull it? I love it. I love you. He brings it around. Bring that long pull around here. Know what I'm saying? That's what I do for the... It's got a almost long pull. How do you open your knives? I got my Buster FG. I open it like this. How do you close it? Oh, close it. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. And yes. It's the long pull. Saturday morning coffee, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be right around this area, maybe a little lower. I might be sitting in a chair, kind of relaxing a little bit. But I will see you all then. I might see you in some lives later today. Maybe you, if you invite a woman to your knife room, you could teach her how to long pull. Do a fade dye soon. I want to learn. You already know, Grateful. I'll show you the tricks. The slow drop. The dry, slow drop. KDK style. Coming soon. Maybe I'll get that built this weekend. I just need to build like some type of a... I was going to use a tripod, but it took up too much space. So I literally want to find a way to get like something that I can hang that motor from like right here. Then you can see the whole table. And so like if I'm set up here for that eye project, I could have that stand here and the motor right up here, right above heating element, etc. Boom, boom, heart, heart, make Ranger. All right, I'm going to shut her down. I'm going to make some dinner, get some things done. Maybe I'll see you all in a live later. I appreciate and respect all of you and all of your thoughts and things on knives and the world and everything else. I appreciate it. It's a great little banter we have going on here. I look forward to doing it again. Stay sharp. Stay safe. Find some cool knives to tell me about for next time. We'll see you all at 8 a.m. Central tomorrow. Get yourself some coffee or Red Bull or double fist it like me. Magnus Sluts. Oh, J1. What's up, J1 Doobie?